And then what are some other sort of things that you work on that you find helpful for people in terms of like their mindset?
I'm a nutrition agnostic. In other words, if
Mm,
somebody comes to me and says like I'm vegan, cool. I'm not vegan. If someone says I want to do keto, I'm like, all right, cool.
mm,
We're gonna help you do that the best you can, and because I'm not here to dictate to you. I'm going to help you discover if this truly is the best path for you.
mm,
So, because of sort of my own resistant biology, I do better with a slightly low carb approach. Like I talked about earlier like we have to start putting some practices into action and then figure out how they work.
mm.
So, for example, one of the practices I have my clients work on, I call it EMS, eliminate mindless snacking.
Okay.
And so I'm not saying cut out sugar. I'm not saying never eat a treat again, but I'm saying here's what I want you to do. And we're going to try this for 2 weeks, and we're going to see how this works for you.
Yeah.
Anytime that you want to eat a treat, I want you to push it to the end of a meal. And I want you to create maybe a 4-hour gap between the times that you eat.
Mm,
So a couple of things are going to happen when you start to actually put this into practice. First is you're going to get hit with some cravings.
mm,
And I have what I call the FAST method for dealing with cravings. And it stands for feel, ask, acknowledge, speak, and time.
mm.
And so it's really just a little bit about mindfulness around that. So feel is like, what am I feeling right now? Where do I feel it in my body? If I could
Sure.
locate it physically, So
Yeah.
because the strongest impulse when we get hit with an urge or a craving is to try to push it away, to bury it, like something's wrong because I feel uncomfortable. Quick,
Mm,
seek for something to give me comfort. Well, I'm saying we're going to do the opposite. We're gonna figure out what it is we're feeling. Acknowledge is really just about making peace with the fact that an uncomfortable urge is present in your body and it doesn't make you a bad human being.
sure.
It's like eating the
Yeah.
potato chips, right?
Right.
Like I would love to smash a bag of those. I'm not going to because I have other
Uh,
reasons, But and then speak is really about trying to put words to it. It may not be verbally out loud, but it's trying to put words to what you're feeling and
mm,
where you're at. There's something powerful about taking a feeling in our head and trying to put words to it and verbalize it and kind of bring it into our existence. Where all of this kind of process of examination, it means that these cravings, they aren't quite as terrible as we think they are, because the T
yeah.
is really about time, and time is just acknowledging that for anytime that we experience a craving or an intense emotion, the strongest portion of that is probably going to last less than 7 minutes.
Mm,
So, but when we get hit with a craving, it's ramping up and ramping up and ramping up, and what it feels like as the craving is ramping up is that it's going to ramp up to infinity, and like our head's going to explode if we don't if we don't answer the call. But
yeah.
the truth is, the peak of it's going to the most intense portion only lasts about 7 minutes. And so I say, if you can create 10 minutes between yourself and that choice, after that 10 minutes, you can do whatever you want.
Sure.
Now you're making a conscious decision.